Of course, the internet is as shit as it always is. I can't help that. I've tried contacting Frontier, and I've tried getting better internet. I just can't get a good internet signal where I live. Apparently, according to Frontier, that's the name of the internet I use, we live in a dead zone. I don't know how me and my family live in a dead zone where people right up the road from me have the same exact internet, yet they get 100 times better signal. But sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. But, as I was saying, Frontier say I live in a dead zone. I don't know how that's possible when people right up the road from me have the exact same internet and better quality. I just don't understand it. But anyway, moving on, we're going to talk about the full Dead Island story so far and review it. And what we give our general thoughts of the game and the other games, including Riptide and Escape. And hopefully soon Dead Island 2. Right, so, in Dead Island you get 5 protagonists. You get 4 main characters, Logan, Perna, Sam B, and Shin Mei. Logan Carter is a ex-football player. Perna Jackson is an ex-female police officer. Shin Mei is Chinese Special Forces. And Sam B is a rap hip-hop star. And then there's Ryder White, the Australian colonel. And each 5 characters, sorry, I'm trying to focus on these zombies here, and trying to get to a safe area. Each 5 characters have their own little, dang, but where the hell is this ladder at? I'm really trying to find a ladder here so I can get to the roof so I can turn on this loudspeaker. But each 5 characters have their own storyline. The 4 immune characters, they're all stories intertwined in the same universe. Ryder White's is an entirely different story. It tells his side of the story and explains a lot more to the game. The 4 immune characters wake up in like a hotel at the Royal Palms Resort, bring a weapon and helping them dispatch some infected outside the bungalow where you're all hiding. Man, but that kid is annoying me with that whistle. If you hear a weird whistling noise in the background, that's my nephew. But, anyway, moving on. Dang it. Infected, get out of here for a minute and let me do this. That's right, these infected are becoming a pest.
You ugly bugger.
But yeah, after helping John Sinamoi with the infected outside the bungalow, you're tasked with securing a much better safe house. Where was I? Right. After being tasked with finding a new safe house, you go to the lifeguard station, where you encounter new types of infected, like the thug. Later down the line, you can encounter a suicider, and when you get out to like the city and the jungle area, you encounter different other breeds. You can encounter the floaters and the butchers. I may have to do this some other time, because right now my nephew ain't going to stop blowing into that whistle. And it's driving me nuts. And in the city, you can also encounter the rams, the really big guys. There we go, finally. After 4 jumps, we managed to get up on the roof here. But yeah, after a while of helping people at the resort, you can acquire a Benoit bank truck and eventually make your way into the city. And in the city, there's a few side quests to do. There's some side quests to do for the people at the church. There's side quests for people at a warehouse. There's just so much to do and so much to explore. And there's also the Rascal gangs. They are just basically your average thugs, thieves, burglars, etc. You can kill them and acquire guns and ammo. After a while of dealing with them, you can go to the City Hall area, where you meet Mayor, I forget his name. It was Mayor Todd something. And after talking for a while with the people there, you can actually go to a supermarket and acquire the supplies the resort needs. And after returning to City Hall from that supermarket, you find that it was overrun, a lot of people got killed. Ow. Bit my lip earlier, it hurts. But yeah, after you get out of the city and come back to the resort, you are tasked with going into the jungle by the voice, which is revealed to be Karen. Karen is a sorry about that. Anyway, the voice, Karen, he is a super incredible, intelligent hacker who worked for everyone from Al-Qaeda to the Yakuza. And it also reveals in Escape Dead Island, a couple weeks before the outbreak, that he knew what was going to happen. Him and Shinmei both. And Karen was planning on using the virus to turn terrorist. Well, in Ryder White's DLC, it reveals that Karen was impersonating White all along, even while Ryder was in the city of Moresby. And so on, Ryder finds out about this when he gets to the prison, and he does not kill Karen. He threatens to.
Yeah, I bet that fucking hurt.
Honestly, if I was actually Ryder White, I would have shot him.
Stay tight, don't let the back bugs bite you, J-Dog. Feed them to me.
Anyway, Karen promises Ryder that the immune people that he's been talking to are going to bring him a cure to help his wife. Well, White doesn't know that that cure is indeed a super virus that he and West both created. It reveals in Ryder White's DLC that Karen and West were working together. And the immune character and White himself didn't know about this until later on when it's revealed. And when the immune characters do finally reach the prison, they are to help a prisoner named Titus and his group of prisoners, which they're all held up in the cantina of the prison, which is the cafeteria basically. And after doing a few side quests for Titus, you finally are sent to go to the prison armory in cell block B, which is overrun with zombies. Well, later the voice, Karen, he tasks the immune with going towards cell block C. And that's when he tasks Ryder himself to go and get the knockout gas from Block C and puts it on top of the elevator the immune will be riding in. Little did both the immune and White know that this was all a setup. Once Ryder had the so-called cure in his hands, and he tried to get to his wife and save her, that's when Karen woke up the immune and lied to them, backstabbing both White and the immune. He kind of gained the immune's trust, but he backstabbed Ryder. And told the immune characters that Ryder was the one that gassed him. Ryder was not the one that gassed him. But anyway, he caused the immune to betray Ryder at the end, in which they engage in a big gun battle on the prison rooftop, and which Ryder argues with the immune characters. He doesn't really know who they are, but they seem to know all about him. Well, in the midst of this argumentation, Jin gets up in front of Ryder and releases his wife Emily, which she bites him, and he is forced to kill Emily. And in anger, he retaliates in killing Jin, shooting her like 3 times in the chest, knocking her off the prison rooftop. He then injects himself with the so-called cure, which turns him into a super fast mutant zombie hybrid. He's like a mixture between a thug and an infected. And, well, after he turns and the immune kill him, they take his helicopter and fly out of there, where they get to the ship of the HMS Avenger, where they are greeted with Frank Serpo and Colonel Samuel Hardy. And in Dead Island Riptide, this is where Riptide takes place. In Riptide, the immune characters come across another immune character named John Morgan, who is a soldier for the Australian Defence Force. He's kind of our Ryder White replacement, since Ryder didn't make it in the first Dead Island. Anyway, after the immune are separated, you wake up as a lone immune character, and you have to escape the ship, in which it capsizes. In which the ship capsizes and wrecks, and you wash ashore up onto an island called Palanai, where you meet a woman named Harlow Jordan. Well, after she tasks you of going to the Paradise Survival Camp in Riptide, you are tasked with helping the survivors build fortifications and fight off a horde coming through.
You bloody shithead.
And after doing so, Harlow, you are not Harlow, you are tasked with going to the bridge and blowing it up to keep the infected from getting in anymore. Then later you are met by Harlow Jordan and Colonel Sam Hardy, in which they establish that the island is going to be nuked. Well, it is later revealed that this was a lie that Colonel Hardy made because he didn't want the people to die on that island. And I can kind of agree with why he did that. I mean, he wanted to get the people off the island by any means necessary. I can kind of understand that. But he should have leveled with them. But anyway, back to Riptide. After establishing the Paradise Survival Camp as a safe haven, you are tasked with going into the jungle and talking with some of the Hawaii villagers about getting a boat. They later tell you that there are no boats left at the fishing village, but you could probably find one at the village marina that's not far. Well, after going there, you do put a boat together with the engine and, well, the whole boat, basically. And after you get a boat, you go across the lagoon, basically a small swamp-like area. And you go there, and you see that the bridge to Henderson is destroyed. There's so many enemies. There we go. After establishing the bridge to Henderson is destroyed, you are tasked with finding another way to Henderson, in which you return to the Hawaii village, and a survivor there tells you to go look for Marcus Villa, who is a missionary. Well, after doing that, going and finding this missionary, he tasks you with going to a dead zone and looking for tools for Marcus. So, which you do, and he tells you where to find the map in his hut. With no questions asked, you go there and you find these people staying at his hut, or house, and after going into the jungle and looking for the medicine to cure one of the natives, cinchona tree bark, is for a malaria disease one of the natives had. You can, hold on, there's the church. Anyway, after getting the medicine for the native, they warn you that Marcus is not a good person. They tell you that he is wanting to create some old terrible rituals. Well, with this information you are provided with, you go to Hawaii village, and they tell you that Marcus left to go to Paradise. With bad luck of streaming or going around, you go there and you find Marcus there with a Molotov. And he talks about wanting to feast on the immune's flesh to try to cure the virus, the plague. Well, he throws a Molotov and catches the entire treehouse on fire.
Excuse me.
And much shock to everyone, you have to fight off a horde. In which you do. And, well, after that, you all establish that Marcus is a lunatic, and you all later establish Kessler's place being a good place to go and get information on the Japanese World War II tunnels. I'll be back, everyone. I'm going to take a small break.
What, my dog? You can tell it's all good.
Alright, I'm back.
Jeez.
Where was I? Oh yeah, establishing the tunnels in Riptide. After establishing where the entrances are, you go there to try... You go to Kessler's first, but you go there to... So you can find this map, and possibly, maybe find the, tunnels. And I'm just looking at my dog, and he's laying on his back looking at me like, you're crazy. I'll look at that later, Rose. Anyway, in Riptide, after you get the map from Kessler from doing a side quest for him, you later can go into the missionary area, which is basically like a giant old abandoned church-like place. And in the basement, that's where you can find the entrance to the tunnels. After pumping out the water and fighting off another horde with some explosives and a few HMGs, you can finally access the World War II tunnels, in which one of your character's survivors named Wayne, he's a shop that provides throwables and stuff for the team. Well, it is later revealed that he was infected, and after getting exposed to the chemicals, he mutates into another new form of infected called the Wrestler. After defeating him and securing the perimeter area of the ferry station, you get another survivor named Marvin. After going to fight another horde at the ferry station, you go to Henderson, in which you secure another safe zone there, and you lose a survivor named Harlow Jordan. You lose her, and there is chaos that breaks out, everyone argues, yada yada. Well, in Riptide, after getting a safe house at a theater and getting another new survivor, named Jacqueline Drew, I think that was her name. I forget her last name, but I know it was Jacqueline. She tells you that the military abandoned
I unlocked all the doors I could. Not very many, unfortunately.
She tells you that the military abandoned the town and everyone in it. After establishing whether or not to go to the military base, you, the immune character that you choose to play as, makes a final decision to go to the military base, where you contact no one other than Frank Serpo. Frank Serpo tells you that Colonel Briggs, Sam Hardy's friend, is dead. And it also establishes that Harlow has been captured by Frank Serpo's scientists, in which chaos breaks out and they fight, and Frank Serpo orders a soldier to shoot Hardy off a ladder that's going to a helicopter. After they shoot the helicopter down, they fight off another horde, and you, the immune character, are tasked with going to find this crashed helicopter wreck, in which you look for a pilot that is injured, and he tells you that Frank Serpo made it out of the crash, so you go to look for him, and when you do,
Need some equipment?
he tells you that you're the one that fucked them all, that it's all your fault and whatnot. After arguing with Serpo for a little while, you all move into the Henderson Fort area, in which you all finally make a decision to go through the quarantine zone, which is where the outbreak first started.
Yo, man.
I'm about to put a sign up. Cord. Yeah, pick your feet up. I know. If that wouldn't have happened if you picked your feet up all the way instead of dragging them.
Alright, I got an idea.
That's why you pick it up all the way.
Cell A.
Anyway.
Cell A340.
After going to the quarantine zone and looking for Harlow Jordan, you come across several types of infected. And you fight Harlow Jordan,
Listen here.
in which she infects herself with a mutagen, turning her into a new super hybrid zombie. And you kill her by taking a mutagen. And after killing her, you finally make it to the ship called Sylvia. And Frank Serpo comes out one last time, and he tells you that he knows you took a mutagen, and he offers, I guess, to give you help, which I won't trust him either, since he's the one that had you all tested on to begin with and locked up. After you leave in the boat, Sylvia, a bunch of infected kill Serpo and eat him. And at the end of Riptide, the Sylvia pulls up to a dock on a beach, in which somebody goes to investigate. A woman, I think that was her name. That's who it was. We can all hear a growl at the end of Riptide, and the door on the boat open. Now, essentially, everyone thinks the immune characters all turned, and they were dead. Well, actually, not really. We never really do get to see them die, and we never do get to see any bodies or anything like that. For all we know, it could have been one of those non-immune characters at the end survive. Or one of those non-immune characters at the end, turn. I mean, it could have been anyone in that boat cabin, essentially. We never really get to see anyone turn. So that could have been anyone. That could have been Travis, that could have been Dr. Jane, that could have been Chimamanda. It could have been anyone. Could have even been Marvin. A spin-off game, well, not a spin-off game, I guess another sequel to the Dead Island franchise called Escape Dead Island. If you ain't played it, I recommend you do. It's fun, and it does explain a lot more to the zombie virus. You play as a character named Cliff Kalo, who is a college student, whose dad's name is Tom Kalo, a news anchorman. Anyway, Cliff Kalo and his 3 friends my mistake, 2 friends, Devin and Linda, agree to go with him to an island which they think is holding the zombie outbreak area. They think it could possibly be Benoi, but it's not. It's called Narapella. And this is where Shinmei mostly comes into place. It takes place about 3 months after the events of Benoi and the first Dead Island. So where I'm saying it takes place a few months after Riptide and Benoi, because Riptide was right after Benoi, and where it takes place a few months after those games.
If I come back, you bloody better kill me.
Hold on, hold on. I hate the infected, where they wield weapons. Right. Got any more farts you want to let out, Rose?
Yeah, I have a protector, but I don't know.
Well, I'm keeping that door open.
Okay, let's go.
Keep your ass hanging out the window,
And if
then.
some of those freaks come running,
'Cause I don't want to smell that shit.
Hey, we need to stay together.
God! I'm sorry, Patty!
Damn, Rose. No more of them sausages for you.
I didn't eat your sausage.
Well, whatever the fuck it is you ate.
Let's keep going.
I ate barbecue chicken box.
Well, no more of that, then.
I'll eat the buffalo spicy ones from now on.
Definitely not that.
I'm sorry, sis. Don't run.
But yeah, they go to Narapella, where they try to get evidence on Benoi and the outbreak going on there. And in the midst of their investigation, Linda gets bit on the shoulder by an infected bouncer. And after taking her to a secluded location for rest, Cliff spots a plane going down, which reveals to be the pilot Shin Mei, the Chinese Special Forces woman from the first Dead Islands.
You don't want to help us at all.
And after establishing a friendship with her and whatnot, she helps Cliff get into the staff village
Motherfucking smoke, huh?
of Narapella, in which he's supposed to get
So you
3
want to
access key
First
cards.
off, I need.
No.
You can't reach White without me, so don't be stupid. Now you're thinking. That's good.
Sure.
Bring back.
Anyway, After going to the village and discovering 3 key cards that you need to get into the laboratory to try and find a cure for Linda.
Everything's still alright. But Jane, she's very scared.
Thank you, True.
After getting these key cards, Cliff, I guess he begins to hallucinate and go crazy. Because throughout like half the game, it's like he's losing his mind and going completely insane. And which, in all sense, makes sense. Because Cliff does get bitten by, I guess, Devin when he becomes infected, because Devin does die later in the game. But throughout the entire game, it does reveal more about Shin Mei and Karen and Geoform and how they created the virus and what they created it for. It's a fun mini game. Let it stink outside. Because what if I gotta use the bathroom?
Kill him!
And then, after Escape Dead Island, comes, Dead Island 2. Now, I never played Dead Island Retro. I think that's what it's called. It's like a mini game version. But I skipped that one and went straight for Dead Island 2. And in Dead Island 2, we don't know anything of the story yet. We do know that one other immune character is making a comeback, and that's Sam B.
Okay, no worries.
Alright, you see the office?
And I've already gave him my theory on how the virus got to California. This guy right here, Karen, or should we say Kevin? Whichever you want to call him. Karen, Kevin. We know him as Karen in Ryder White's DLC. My theory is that he got off the ship, changed his outfit, and sold the virus as a drug. Sold it to like a drug dealer or a junkie, convincing them that's a new drug to put on the market, in which they believe him and they use it on someone and boom, they just become infected like that. Which all in all makes perfect sense. It does. Makes complete sense. Now, no clue how Sam B got to California.
Good.
I mean, he could have got picked up from the cargo by a cargo ship from the Sylvia, and he and the other immune characters just like split apart after Riptide. Because we know him and Shin Mei are both alive, which begs the question: what happens to the other 3, John, Perna, and Logan? We never know what gets to happen to those 3 characters. Well, I'm hoping they come up with a DLC or an explanation to what happens to them. Because we know we got 2 of the immune characters that are still very much alive.
Jesus Christ. You're like the fucking angel of death. I definitely wouldn't have made it out on my own.
Okay, door's open. Ready? Get in there and grab what you want. Maybe you'll find something for me in there too. Yeah, you're gonna have to look around a little. Just take what's left.
And in Dead Island 2, we were supposed to get like new characters, new weapons, a whole new setting, which I'm perfectly fine with it being in LA or California. I am. I just want there to be more explanation to the game. Like, come up with theories to how the virus got to California. Maybe an explanation on how Sam B got to California. Or a DLC that explains what happened to the other 3 immune characters. I would really love to see that.
When Titus gets weapons for all his men?
So far that's what I know on the story.
That's all they want. My boys aren't moving.
And I gotta say, the Dead Island series has gotta be my most favorite zombified series of all time.
No buy something decent. I'm the guy to deal with. Looks like we're gonna be here a while.
See that big guy over there? Trust me, I've seen him take...
All right.
Good.
Those bitches you can...
And from Dead Island being my favorite, it's my most favorite series, there's just a few things I would have added to have made the game a little bit better.
I'm the only one who can open that. But only if Titus signs off.
Yeah, there would have been a few more things I would have changed to this game that probably would have made it a little bit more enjoyable. I would have added a few real-life survival aspects to the game, and a few more other things to it that would have made the game a little bit more enjoyable.
You wanna buy something decent? I'm the guy to deal with. So we need some food.
Okay.
The kitchen is nearby.
I can't stay here. I can't do it.
Jane cannot handle this. Please hurry.
Yeah, I would have added the option to like have parts for vehicles. I would have added the option to loot like prison security guards for like body armor and such, and maybe like tactical gear. And I would have added your own customizable save zone. That way you can defend it from hordes as you please, or when you want to. I would have added your own customizable vehicles. A possible alternate ending. Instead of Red or White becoming infected or whatnot, all of you get off the island together. You know? I mean, just ideas. But yeah, seeing a full-on, like, bodied security guard like this guy right here, he's got a full body torso and complete, like, army vest with all these hip pouches and side patches and whatnot, I would have had an option to take that gear off that guard and like have you be able to wear it. That way you can have like more ammo pouches or more storage space on your character. Because all in all, that would have been useful.
That blew up good!
That's what I'm talking about.
And I'm hoping that's what we get in Dead Island 2. Like, have the option to loot certain enemies for stuff that could actually help you. And have, like, your own customizable safe zone. And customizable vehicles. Because that's pretty cool ideas in their own. But there's also the idea of zombified animals. Because in the first Dead Island, it does beg the question, should there be infected animals? Because there is a recording of an infected orangutan in the game. Now, we never do get to fight this creature. I thought it would have been badass to have been able to fight one of those things. So I'm hoping in like Dead Island 2 we get to fight like an infected shark or an infected dog, like in Resident Evil. A zombified dog or a zombified shark or something like that. That would be fucking awesome.
She won't make a nice fucking supper. You should see the looks on your faces, friends. You think I'm fucking crazy, don't you? But it's the world that's fucking crazy. Not me. I'm just fucking hungry.
And I like the aspect of dying like the following, where you can get customizable parts for your vehicle and different paint jobs, and you can make your own parts for your vehicle to make it stronger, faster, and better on land and whatnot, because those are fun aspects of the game as well. And I really hope at the end of Dead Island 2, after you complete the story or whatnot, you just get to go around and kill zombies. I would absolutely love that.
Kill those fucking freaks. Alright then. Let's all meet up. You bloody made it? Shit. Whew.
You handle yourself pretty well. There's one other place where you might find some. You should
Sure.
find the guard's arsenal. Bring the weapons and ammo back, and I'll let you through to Block C. Now get going, but watch your back. When this came down, some fuckwit opened all the cells. I'm thinking the ladies should stay here with us, for their own protection.
Kasi oo na. I think we'd better wait here. Let us know when it's safe.
Those bitches.
But yeah, if I had to play any other zombie game, it would have to be between Dead Island and Dying Light, because they're so much fun playing. But overall, it'd have to be Dead Island. It's just in my heart to play this game, and I love it so much. I know Dying Light is amazing with the parkour and new zombie variants, but Dead Island is the grandfather of Dying Light.
I'll bloody bury you!
In the original, you could actually just go through the glass here and just take you to the other side of the room. Excuse me, pardon me. Yeah, right now about this time is right about when Ryder's clearing out the showers and heading back to Karen. Right about now. And right after we talk to Karen, this time, Ryder should be on his way back from Block C. Putting the knockout gas on Block C. Right now he should be in Block C, clearing out the enemies there, fighting the prisoners there, while we're in Block B.
Can you hear me? The power went down and I've had to switch to another source. I've been watching you for some time. Dan? This is a prison for international terrorists. Governments send them here from all over the world. You heard of extraordinary rendition, right? Where do you think they end up? That's why there's a minefield out there. If Titus and his men end up with weapons, there'll be no stopping them. Listen, we need the prisoners. There's no time. Don't worry about your friends. I'll take care of them. You need to get back to Block C as fast as you can. The only way is through the sewers. Move.
Yeah, right now, Ryder should be heading back to Block C after clearing out the place and getting the knockout gas. He should be on his way anyway. Right about now, Karen should be saying, what was it? That should do it, Colonel. Okay, back to the control room. Or something like that. And Ryder should be heading there right now, waiting for us. I could tell you word for word what's in Ryder White's DLC.
Bloody hell.
And exactly what people say.
Jim, look out! Someone's coming. Quiet.
Our friends! They've come for us! All was quiet. And then everything went crazy. A mob of prisoners attacked Titus and his men, and then the undead came, attracted by the screams. Moen spirited us away and traded his boat to Alvaro so that he would tell us how to find you. He was helping us into a ventilation shaft when the dead got their hands on him. He sacrificed himself so that we could get away. There were too many. There was nothing we could do. They tore into him like hungry animals, and all we could do was watch. If not for Moen, we would not be here.
Yeah, I could reenact Ryder White's entire DOC area right here and now for you all.
Yeah, you made it. Quick, get into the elevator.
The elevator's here.
Okay, now, take a second to catch your breath.
Done. Now we go get the cure. You're not going anywhere, Karen. Move away from the computer.
Good luck.
Up against the wall. Why, what are you doing? I'm saving Emily, and I don't want any more surprises. And if the cure doesn't work, I'll come back here and I'll kill you. And then he shuts the gate. Karen says, the cure won't help her now. It's a vaccine. It's only up into the first stage. She is in the first stage. I'm afraid not, Colonel. Not anymore. And then Ryder takes off. Karen walks over here, grabs a little card, and he says, you should have killed me when you had the chance. And then Ryder takes the antidote, so-called antidote, from the immune.
Anything worth anything in here?
Emily, I'm coming. God damn it! Get out of my way! TheAction623's, warm up your rotors. I want that rooftop secure and that chopper ready to fly. And his pilot radios back to him. He runs up these here stairs. Ah, the stairs are longer than I remembered. And then there should be like a ram right in here. And he says, "Hey, ugly, over here. You wanna pick on somebody? Pick on me." And then he runs through these double doors. And he gets to Emily and goes to the rooftop. Which, if you think about it, you could catch him a lot quicker from the end. I mean, you're all taking the long route. The short way is right where we just were. The World Went Away, Chapter 18. Yeah, if I was the one that made Red or White's DLC, I would have had an alternate ending.
Let's take a look, shall we?
Too late. Emily and I are flying out of here, and you'll stay behind with no bloody chance of escaping. You think you can stop me? I was always one step ahead of you. You can't beat me. I have one last card to play. Protocol 66. I repeat.
Staying alive on this island will end. Every living thing will cease to exist. It's survival of the fittest, and you are not fit to live.
are you trying to do, Connor?
I don't have to explain myself to you.
Look, your wife is gone. Look at her. She ain't coming back. But you can still save
Take
us.
one more step and you're dead. I have the cure, all right? The doctors in Sydney will make more. We'll send helicopters. We'll save everyone.
With a nuclear bomb? Kevin told us the plan. You're gonna kill everyone.
Maybe I should start with you. I have no choice here, right? This virus threatens the entire bloody world.
I would have came out and told them the truth. I would have told them that he was Karen.
Millions of faceless nobodies, isn't it?
Stay back!
They hardly seem human.
Stop!
But killing someone you love, it's not so easy, is it?
Ah! Son of a bitch!
Maybe you'll back the fuck off now.
He was right about one thing. Benoit is lost. If not him, then someone else will soon send a nuke with our name on it. The quicker we leave, the better.
Come on!
Fuck, I should have never listened to Cinemoy.
Was touch and go with you for a while. Name's John Cinemoy. I'm the head lifeguard here. Voice on the radio told me you were in trouble at the hotel. Said you were resistant to whatever this is. Look, I don't know who you are, or how you know that guy on the radio. So here's the thing.
Definitely.
Good.
See you out there.
Bloody hell.
Oh, God.
It's bloody beautiful, isn't it?
Don't know how it is you're immune to this, but we've got to take advantage of that. You did it? Okay, you ready to go out there again? I'll need you to find a lifeguard station and see if it's safe. Can you do that for me?
Absolutely.
Take the beach. It's the shortest way. We'll come.
That's it.
Get off me! Oh, fuck. Fuck. Oh, Jesus Christ. If you hadn't come along. You want to come with me? I'm gathering any supplies I can find at the water sports rental kiosk. Maybe you'll find something that'll come in handy.
Sounds a lot like Ryder. Maybe he's played by the same voice actor.
There's a table inside you can use to repair your weapons.
Well, take whatever you want. I have to get some rest. I'll rest up and then head out to meet my wife.
That did some damage.
Bloody hell. freak.
I do know me and my buddy Zima are gonna have a lot of fun when we play Dead Island 2. That's the game me and him first met on. He was playing this game and I got my first unlimited ammo gun. It was a mind-blowing auto rifle when I was like 12. I was confused by it at first when I first got it. And then after a while it came to me knowing that we had unlimited ammo guns.
Watch the road. We'll be there soon. Nice job, mate. We're safe now, thanks to you.
Hey, I'm Dominic. I work...
Sure.
Alright.
Alright everyone, that's gonna do it for this stream. If you liked it, please hit that subscribe button below. When Dead Island 2 is finally released, I hope you all request me to play that, because I really want to play it. I'll see you all. Hopefully I want to do another stream.